am back to filming a video. I haven't filmed a YouTube video in what seems like forever. I got back from my Disney trip on Tuesday. I'll pop in a couple pictures here so you guys can see, but I won't bore you with everything. If you really want to ask me about my trip, you can message me on Instagram. It was really fun. I went with my daughter, but I came back sick. So that sucks. I guess that's a price to pay for going to Disney and being around thousands of people and on airplanes and busy airports. I also think that maybe partially that I didn't like super eat very good when I was on the trip could have had something to do with it, because I know when I eat better, my immune system's stronger, and I just like ate so much good food that tasted good but not good for me. And then I think I was also coming off of like a sugar withdrawal. Oh my gosh. So this week has been like kind of draining. I'm trying to like still get my work done and stuff, but I'm like, I have no energy. I have a sore throat, I have a headache. And like, even like, I was trying not to take any medicine because I'm trying to just like get off of all of that drugs and crap and just do all natural stuff. And so I just even tried though ibuprofen last night because my headache was so bad. Like every step I took, it was like, ugh. And then it was like back here by my neck and it didn't even work. So if you guys have any like good natural remedies, tips for headaches, please leave it down in the comments below. Also, I'm not gonna bore you anymore. Okay, that was a long introduction. I'm sorry, I didn't even get into this video. This video is going to be about what sold over this past week for me. I'm filming this on Friday at 10:30, so I did have some pretty good sales. I was able to list every day while I was on vacation because I had built up a draft bank. Currently, I am listing 20 items a day. All of those go into my eBay drafts. Every morning, I take out 15 items from my drafts and push them out to my different websites that I list on. So 5 extra go into my drafts every day. That helps me to build it up. So I had over 100 drafts. And I was still able in my hotel room during our downtime, or I would wake up early, push out my listings every day. And then Ryan was home, so he was able to ship for me. So I didn't have to change anything in my business, which is amazing. On our next trip in May, when we go to Cedar Point and Six Flags, I will have to put it on vacation mode for Poshmark for a few days. And on eBay, I'm just going to extend my handling time. But I'm hoping to still build up my draft bank again, so that way I can continue to put out listings every day, because I think that's so important. So we are going to get into this what sold video. If you are a reseller and you haven't yet subscribed, please consider doing that down below. I do 3 videos a week, mostly what sold videos and haul videos. I did do a consignment video recently. If you want to check that out, I will put it up here. I kind of failed at it, so that sucked. I also had a ThredUp designer box, which didn't get as many views as my normal one, but I know that's like a totally different kind of video. But if you haven't watched that, I will link that up here as well. It's just interesting to see what you can get. I did get some really good things, so really excited about that box. Let's just get right into it with the sales. I still have not received access to Facebook Marketplace. I'm kind of given up on that, so okay, whatever. Today's February 9th, and so this is going to be February 2nd to the 9th. Did you guys watch the Tucker Carlson interview last night? That was crazy. If you know me, you know I'm conservative. You know I'm not afraid to say what I think. If everything that Putin said is true, yikes. I more believe that the US government is corrupt and they don't really care about us. I think they could end the war in Ukraine if they wanted to. Just my opinion. So if you want to get into all that, I will discuss that with you. But anyway, if you haven't watched it, go watch it. It had like 1.5 million views as of like 7 this morning in like 12 hours, I think, of being online. So kind of insane. Yeah. Anyway, let's go. Let's go with the sales. 2 sales on Depop. One was a bundle. I sold a Keen's, I think that's how you say it, cashmere sweater and a Talbot's gray cashmere sweater, both size small. I don't know if there's any way that you can do bundles on Depop, but this person messaged me asking if they could buy both. So I just went ahead and made a new listing. I listed them both together and she went ahead and bought those both for $58. So that was a great sale. Next up, I sold a pair of Unif jeans. So the last time I had a Unif item was a sweater and I had it for almost a year. These jeans, however, sold within a couple of weeks, I think. And so pretty quick on that, which I am happy with. They were black high-rise like crop flare, and they sold for $32. So I don't know, the sweater had good comps, but maybe it just didn't have a good sell-through rate. I don't think I was checking sell-through rate quite as much back then as I am today. Like, I have been leaving so many things behind that I would have normally got at the thrift store because of a slow sell-through rate. Okay, so that was it on Depop. Let's move on to Mercari. I just had somebody rate me, so let me go back and see what that was. Okay, it was two pairs of shorts, another bundle. So Mercari, you can bundle. She just went ahead and bundled the two items and bought them together. They were both men's Levi's in a size 32, new with tags, $5.69 loose fit shorts, and they sold together for $68. So that was great. Next was a Catherine shirt in a size 4X. This was a black and white, just 3/4 sleeve, tunic, kind of workwear top, sold for $33. I sold this J. McLaughlin dress in a size large. This had a boat neck, long sleeve. It was their Catalina cloth, so a very stretchy, like their signature material that they use. That sold for $35. And this Free People shirt sold really fast for my full asking price. It was size medium, very oversized baby doll style top, a purple color, and that sold for $38. So a few sales on Mercari, that's about normal for me. It does not do that great. Let's go on to Poshmark. Okay, I just sold this Brooche Walker cardigan. This was in a size large. This brand is really expensive, but it doesn't seem to move very quickly for me. Black cardigan, if I didn't say, sold for $36. Next up was a Catherine's kimono in a size 1X. It was a pink floral open style kimono. I have had this quite a while. I went ahead and dropped prices in my closet by 10% this morning for closet clear out. This sold for $7. I'm not picking up very much Catherine's anymore. If it is, it's like a 4 or 5X, and it's gotta be a substantial type of piece that I know will sell quickly. These smaller sizes do not do that good for me as often. So kind of slowing down on that. Bottega Veneta shoes. This is a huge bolo, so make sure you look out for it. Shoes and purses. It does normally have that like signature, what do you even want to call it? It's like a crisscross. This one didn't, but sometimes it has like that's like a crisscross pattern, but like kind of quilted. If you guys know what it's called, put it down below. These ones were like a snakeskin slip-on wedge. They were leather. They were listed at $145. This buyer started yesterday, offered me $40, and usually I decline anything under 50%, but for some reason I didn't. And I counter offered $100. So we went back and forth all day. She went up to $75, declined my counter offer of $100. She came back today, started offering me $75, $100. So we went back and forth a little bit. She went up to $80, $85. Then she countered offered $99. I'm like, no, I'm not playing this stupid game. I'm gonna get $100 for these shoes. So I countered offered $100 and she accepted. So I got those shipped out. Usually I'm not like really petty like that, but I'm just like, this is really annoying me. Like $99, really. Like I know $1 would make a difference, but I'm like, you're not gonna win that battle with me. So anyway, $100 sale, that was great. Abercrombie & Fitch jeans, these were in a size 33. They were the 90s straight ultra high rise. They did have a curve love, little tag underneath. I showed these recently in a haul. I got a bunch of Abercrombie jeans in a larger size. They sold for $31. Next up was a Polo Ralph Lauren sweater in a size medium. This was a navy blue cotton classic crew neck sweater with the yellow pony logo on the chest. It did have some pilling that I didn't notice until I got home. I was able to get some of it off, but not like make it super good. I don't know if I need to like do it longer or if I need a different D-pillar. That sold for $14. Next was a Torrid jacket in a size 1X. This was something I bought from Ryan. He did get a job, so if you guys were wondering about that, he's now working at Texas Roadhouse, which is great. He's a busboy, so perfect job for him because he doesn't really have to deal with people, which he didn't want to, and he doesn't mind hard work, and he can just like, you know, so he's really happy about that. I'm happy for him. He's worked 2 days this week, so anyway, I am slowly still buying his inventory from him. That's what this was from. Sold for $18. Next were a pair of Lululemon shorts in a size 8 tall. I almost thought about keeping these, but they were a little bit of a too short of an inseam for my liking. The logo was cracked. They still sold for $29. I sold a bundle of 3 items for $80. First up were a pair of Judy blue jeans in a size 20. They were a black high-rise boyfriend style. Next was a Talbot sweater in a size 1X, a gray merino wool kind of blazer type style. And then a Banana Republic sweater that was just listed before they bought this bundle. This was in a size extra, extra large, and it was 100% cashmere, which is why I got it. I hardly ever pick up Banana Republic, but because of those couple of factors, that's why I decided to get it. So $80 in those three things. I'm happy with that. Next was a Catherine's dress. I don't seem to sell them as well as just like some of their tops or cardigans. So maybe the tops and cardigans are like where it's at with that brand. This was in a size 5X. It was a green, blue, like watercolor print, and it sold for $20. Next, the St. John sweater sold extremely fast, like in literal minutes. Like maybe I could have got more for it, but I paid $8 for it. So I was like super happy to take the offer. It was a size 12, like a salmon orange color, and it had some beading around like the collar and even the bottom, and it was coming loose a little bit. I listed it for $125. Somebody offered me $102 within minutes, and I was like, yes. So that was a really great sale. Excited about that. Next were a pair of Spanx 1X black high-rise jeanish leggings. I would not pick these up probably in a smaller size, but in a 1X I still would. They sold for $38. I sold that Bucky's shirt, or however you say it. It was a size large, new with tags, had him on the back with like purple lettering, sold for $21. Next were a pair of Paige jeans. I've had these for a while. They were a size 30. They were the Lulu high-rise flare, and I thought they would do better than this. They didn't. Not very many Paige jeans sell that well for me anymore, so I honestly pass on them almost all of the time. They sold for $17. Next was a J. Crew sweater from Ryan. This was a size medium, navy blue and white striped tie-dye sweater, sold for $5. I sold these Judy blue size 18 black capri crop high-rise jeans in a size 18, I already said that. And they sold for $25. Next up were a pair of Miss Me jeans. These were in a size 31. They were a blue bootcut style. They had the angel wings on the pockets. They sold for $29. I sold this Talbot's sweater in a size large. This was a red navy blue cardigan. Navy blue trim cardigan, and it sold for $30. These Ultra sneakers sold very quickly. More like boots maybe actually. ALTRA, be on the lookout for those. They were like a mid-rise boot. They were the Lone Peak style, and they sold for $72, so definitely look for Ultra. Next were a pair of North Face, a size extra large hiking outdoor trail pants, sold for $14. I'm hardly picking up any North Face except for maybe like puffer coats or vests. None of the pants have that great of sell-through rate for me. I think they're just really oversaturated. Next were a pair of Dansko shoes. These were in a size 10, brown, black, animal print, leopard fur, slip-on style, sold for $22. I sold these Democracy jeans in a size 12. These were the Absolution bootcut style jeans, and they sold for $29. Next was a Vineyard Vines men's sweater in a blue. I got this for 99 cents. It had a stain on the front that I couldn't get off, so I sold it for $15. Next up were a pair of Prana pants. These were a pair of new with tags, size 10. They were the Hallie style. They were convertible, so they could be snapped up to capris. They sold for $54. I sold this Eileen Fisher shirt in a size extra large. This was just a basic white top. Good like minimalist style. It sold for $29. Another good Eileen Fisher sale. This was an extra large black organic cotton lightweight jacket. I found a few Eileen Fisher jackets recently. My thrift stores did have them priced up to $15, but I bought them figuring it would be worth it. This one sold for $50, so that was a great sale. Next up we have an Athleta skirt. This was in a size 8. It was new with tags. Size, oh my gosh, I'm so stupid. I can't talk. Okay, here we go. Athleta skirt. And I can't stop coughing. Okay, the style was a Soho skirt. It was an athletic style. I did put pickleball and tennis into keywords. It sold for $34. Judy blue, size 14, blue skinny high-rise stretch. These sold in less than a day for $29. Next were a pair of Lululemon leggings in a size 4. These were a pair of green camo Wonder Under leggings crop, which do not do good for me. I've had these for a while, and they sold for $12, so goodbye. And that is my last sale on Poshmark, so let's move on to eBay. I just had somebody pay for a Bryn Walker shirt, so that's great. I will hopefully go down and get that shipped before my mail carrier comes. They have started to be able to come back up to the porch. There was a few days where it was snowy and icy and they were not coming to the porch to pick them up, and I was taking them down to the street by the mailbox, and I kind of don't want to leave my packages like right by the street, but now that all the snow is melted, they've come back, and we're really gonna pray we do not get any more snow because I hate it. I hate it. Okay, actually I think snow is pretty. I hate being cold. And like once we get to a point where it's like we get these teaser days of like 50s and sunny and the birds are chirping, I'm like, I just want it to be spring. Okay, the item that just got paid for was a Bryn Walker shirt. It wasn't a size extra small, a teal floral top, and it sold for $25. I do find that this brand does better in linen and in larger sizes. I've had that kind of for a while, but I mean a decent sale. Next was a Lululemon shirt in a size 12. This was a black and white striped oversized top. I just picked this up. I listed it for $25 because most of these basic Lululemon tops don't really go for that much. So I'm like, if I price it lower, it'll probably sell fast. And it did. It sold for $19. Next was a New With Tags Athleta cardigan. I'm being very, very picky with Athleta. I'm looking up sold comps on every piece of Athleta, and I'm looking up sell-through rate. This was in a size extra, extra small, so I was like, I don't know. But it was the style called a Pranayama Wrap, which has historically done really well for me. This one sold for my full asking price of $60, plus they used a 20% off coupon. So really excited about that. I do have an item on eBay that I'm not sure if they're going to pay because they sent me an offer and I accepted the offer, and then now they're trying to use the coupon on top of the offer, and it doesn't work like that. You can't stack coupons on top of best offers. So I'm kind of scared they're just like not gonna pay for it now, so I guess we'll see. Next were a pair of BKE jeans in a size 38 extra long tall. These were women's, the Peyton bootcut style, and they sold for $30. I sold this Jessica Gunny's shirt. This was like the kind of like the gunny sack style in the 70s that you see with like the prairie. This one looked more like Victorian though. It was like an ivory color and it sold for $35. Next was the New With Tags Nike dress that I actually got at Plato's Closet for $7. It was kind of a golf style. It had like a pleated skirt on the back. It sold for $60 with 20% off coupon, full asking price, so that's amazing. Oh, here's the item that they're asking about. It's the naked cashmere sweater. I think it's sold for $60 or $55 and they're trying to use a coupon. No, it sold for $70. It sold for $70 and they want to use a coupon. I had it listed for $85 and then I said to offer a $70. So we'll see what happens with that. Next up, New With Tags Spanx jeans in a size 1X. These were the black high-rise straight leg denim jeans and they sold for $50. Amazing sale that came through last night. This is a pair of Mother jeans. These were in a size 30. They were the blue, even though they look black, they were a really, really dark blue looker ankle two-step fray. And they sold for $90, which is so great. I love selling Mother jeans. Another pair of Miss Me jeans. These were in a size 30, blue mid-rise curvy boot cut, sold for $25. I sold this Affliction shirt in a size medium. It was a reversible, like Y2K fitted style, sold for $25. Next up were a pair of Lululemon size 2 Wonder Under high-rise gray leggings, sold for $25. I sold this exclusively Miss Sook cardigan in a size extra large. This was a navy blue cardigan. It did have a collar, pockets, looks like a pink trim, sold for $35. Next up was this loft sweater that sold extremely fast. I just had a feeling about this in the thrift store because I don't like hardly ever pick up loft. Sometimes people are like, why did you pick that up? And my reason is literally like, I have a gut feeling. But I don't know, even though I'm not good at styling myself, like I feel like I'm good at like knowing trends and knowing what's gonna sell fast. That might just come with experience after reselling for so long, or it might just be like something that some people have and some people don't, I don't know. Anyway, it sold within like a couple days for $28. Another one of the Eileen Fisher jackets. This was in size large. Green organic cotton mid-length jacket, sold for $60. Next up were a pair of vintage Levi's in a size 16 long. These were the 550s. I don't feel like the vintage Levi's jeans sell as good or as fast as they used to. Actually, no Levi's jeans are hardly selling as good as they used to. I heard another reseller talking about trying to sell Levi's like wedgie jeans or maybe rib cage ones, trying to say that they were gonna get like 40 or 50 bucks, and I'm like, good luck, because when I look up comps, they are not selling for that anymore. So these ones only sold for $20. I would say do your own research. Even with me, like don't just believe something a reseller says just because maybe they have a lot of followers. Like make sure you look. What is the item selling for? What's the sell-through rate? And then you make a decision based off of that. I made that mistake of being like, oh my gosh, like it was a Rising International jacket. I'm like, I heard this reseller say that this sells so good and they were so excited to find it. And then I was like, I got it home and I didn't look it up in the thrift store. I was like, comps are like not that great. And the sell-through rate was sucked. So I'm like, what? Next up is an Eileen Fisher jacket. This sold extremely fast. It wasn't a size extra small. It was white organic cotton and it sold for $26. I sold this vintage Eddie Bauer men's coat. This was a blue goose down puffer coat and it sold for $50. Next up was a cachet shirt in a size small, multicolor animal print beaded top, sold for $10. I've had that for a while, so glad to move it. I sold these cabbie skirted leggings in a size large. These always sell well for me. I don't feel like they sell for quite as quickly as they used to, but they sold for $35, so that's great. Next up was an Eileen Fisher vest. This was a size petite, extra small, black merino wool. This came from one of Ryan's bins and it sold for $18. I sold this Talbot's size extra large gray cashmere sweater, sold for $35. Next up was a Catherine shirt in a size 5X. This one did sell fast, like I was talking about. The 5X or larger do seem to do better. This was a floral print and it sold for $20. I sold these vintage Doc Martens sandals. These were in a size 9, very heavy, very chunky. 90s Y2K, sold for $85, so definitely be on the lookout for those. Lululemon sweatshirt in a size 4. This was a pullover athletic sweatshirt. It sold for $18. It did have a stain in the bottom that I could not get out, sadly. Next was the brand Bone, B-O-Y-N-E. How would you say that? Bone Valley poncho. It was made in Ireland, which is why I got it. It was 100% wool, pink, sold for $30. Next was a wallflower skirt in a size large. It was new with tags, 90s Y2K. I got this for Plato's. They didn't accept it for some stupid reason and it sold for $6. I got these at Plato's. They were a pair of Birkenstock clogs. I was really hoping they would fit me, but they were one size too big. Men's size 10, brown suede slip-on loafers, sold for $70. I sold another Catherine shirt in a size 5X. This was a blue tie-dye kimono. This one sold for $28 within a week, so great sale on that. Next up was another Catherine's dress. This was in a size 3X. It was a black-white V-neck maxi dress, and that one sold for $28. I sold this day trip shirt. I got this because of the Y2K style. It was a vintage looking, fitted with like the bling and rhinestones all over it. Sold for $18. Next up was a Torrid shirt in a size 2X. This was a gray breast cancer awareness shirt. This came from one of Ryan's bins. It sold for $8. It wasn't really worth much more than that. I sold this new with tags Duluth trading shirt in a size 2X. This was a cooling plaid top and it sold for $26. Next up was the Cezanne. How do we say that? I will never remember probably. Got this from a consignment store in a size 6, a brown blue tartan plaid shirt dress. It sold very quickly for $100. It was an international sale, so really excited about that. I sold this Z Supply dress. This was new with tag, size medium. I never sell Z Supply, but the comps and the sell-through on this particular dress were good. It was the Reverie midi slub cotton dress and it sold for $30. Next up were a pair of Torrid leggings from one of Ryan's bins in a size 2X black skull floral leggings, sold for $11. I sold this Talbot's sweater in a size petite large. It was a cream cashmere turtleneck sweater for $25. Next up was a new with tags Tommy Bahama shirt. This was a leopard shirt in the Aubrey style. I just picked this up at a thrift store recently, which makes me think I need to keep going through the short sleeves because you never know what you can find. And it sold for $40. And that is it for my eBay sales. That is it for my week of sales. So thank you guys so much for watching. It does feel good to like film videos again. I didn't miss it though. Like it was nice to have a break to like not have to film. So anyway, I'll be back on Sunday. I did film a haul video before I left of what I had on my rack. So I have that ready to go. That's gonna come out on Sunday. And then Tuesday I will be back with one of my haul videos where I tell you how much I paid for things and how much things are gonna sell for. And there's some really, really good stuff in that haul. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't. Come back Sunday and Tuesday. I'll see you guys then. Have a great weekend. Bye.